guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm hoping that you're having a really good year so far, and I'm hoping that this new year for you is full of many achievements and good health, and also that I hope that your goals comes to pass. So I know guys that I was meant to post a video last week on Tuesday, however due to work commitments and other stuff I was unable to do so. Please bear with me. I know that I said I was going to post a video once every week, however because of it's a very busy time around this time, so that will be somehow really hard for me. So I'm going to do it once every fortnight, and whenever I get the chance or whenever I'm available, I'll try post it maybe twice. We'll see how we go. So guys, today's video is about a story time. So I'll be telling you guys of when my sisters and I sneaked out and we were caught by my dad outside. So let's begin. So for those that don't know, my family and I, we did move, and we were living, well, we used to live in Malaysia for quite a few years, and that was a really good experience for me. Like, I will speak for myself because it was there where I did kind of get to learn more about myself and also appreciate other people's culture, and just having that diversity. It was really lovely. Anyways, let's get started. It was in Malaysia where we used to live in another suburb. It was so lovely, it was so good. It's just the house that we used to live in wasn't spacious enough for a family member of 7 people, so my parents decided that we're going to move out. So we moved out to another different suburb and to a more spacious house, and this was such a lovely house. So it was in this house, one time I was in my room outside the balcony and I saw one of my friends. Oh, by the way, just before I carry on, also in Malaysia, by we I mean my sisters and I. So for those that don't know, I'm one of a triplet, and I'll also be doing a video so that you guys can get to meet my sisters. Anyways, so we used to attend an American school. However, due to other reasons, we decided to move to a British school. And if you guys want me to make a video about that, please comment down below and I'll do that. So while we were in the American school, we did make quite a lot of really good, nice friends, and we really tried our best to keep in touch. So this guy that I was telling you about that I saw outside my balcony was from that school there. So I decided to call out his name just to make sure that that's him. So I did, and he saw me and he was so surprised too. He was more like, "Oh my gosh, do you live here?" And I was like, "Yes, I do live here. What about you?" And he's like, "Yep, I live here too." So we decided that we're going to catch up. And then I quickly went and told Irene and Rhoda about that, and was so excited. And I believe after a few days, it was on a weekend, and the guy was like, "Yeah, we should catch up." So also, for those that know my parents, especially my dad used to be very strict, knowing that, for him, especially in a house full of women only and being in a foreign country, he was just looking out for us in our best interest and just making sure, like, as his daughters, like, what time we're going, where we're going, what time we're going to come back home. And he really never wanted us to stay up for quite a long time, which was understandable. So it was this particular day, I believe it was on a weekend, that these guys were only available on a certain time. So us being teenagers, we're like, okay, Daddy really doesn't want us to go out around this time, so we are going to sneak out. So we called my younger sister Nicole, bless her, and we told her, "Listen, we are going to sneak out and we're just outside the park." So we used to live close by a park. It was just more like a 2 minutes walk from our home. You could literally see our front door from the park. So we were like, okay, we are going to sneak out. However, we need you to let us know if mommy and daddy are going to call us. So please give us a ring and let us know. And Nicole was like, yeah, sure, I got you guys, that's okay. At that time, she was a bit younger and she would spend most of her time on the computer, either playing games or just chatting. So we were just hoping, oh my gosh, hopefully she, you know, she doesn't ignore if mommy and daddy are calling us. So we left. So we went and it was so fun. It was really fun catching up with our friends, just getting to see them and knowing what's happening in that other school, like what's the new thing, what's the new trend, blah blah blah, what's going on, such stuff. Then after a while, after a short period, Irene, my other sister, she kind of got tired, and so she decided that she was going to go back home. So for some reason, while Irene was going back home, we used to have like a laundry area, and so my mom was outside at that time and doing laundry. So Irene didn't see her for some reason, but mom saw her. So when mom saw her, she was so surprised and she was like, Irene, what are you doing outside? And so when Irene had her name and she saw mom, she got so shocked, and because she was shocked at that time, she started giggling. And so mom was like even more upset. She was like, why are you giggling? What are you doing outside? How did you get outside? And Irene was like, we jumped. So mom was like, what? You jumped? Where are the other two? Where is Catherine and Rhoda? And Irene was like, at the back. So mom was even more upset. She yelled at her. She was like, quickly go call them back in the house. And she went back, mom went back in the house. I believe she went back in the house and she told my dad what happened, and Irene came to call us. When Irene came to call us, she was still in that shock mode and kind of giggling. And I was upset. I'm like, what are you doing? I thought you were going back home, and why are you laughing? And she's like, we are caught. We need to go back home. Mommy and daddy are calling us. And I was like, what? Irene, because she was giggling, I didn't take her seriously. So I was like, Irene, if you're tired and if you really want to go home, just go home. Stop bothering us. She's like, no, for real. We are caught. Mommy and daddy are calling us. So the next minute, because we could literally see our front door, we saw my dad opening the door, and he came out and he called us. He started yelling our name out, and he called us to come back in. But since our friends, these guys saw that, they quickly, outside our suburb, people park their cars just outside, so they quickly ran and they were ducking just behind those cars, and silly us, we were following them. And then later on we realized that, okay, wait, they're going back home, why are we following them? We should also go back home. So we went back home. The moment we got inside the house, we could see how upset my dad was, and for me that really touched me, because my dad is that kind of man that he's a man of few words, and he hardly gets upset. And when he does, it's either you have done something drastic to make him that upset. So that really touched me. He just told us to sit down, and he was more like, what were you doing outside this late at night and with those boys? And so we were like, well, these boys used to be, we know them from the other school, and we just wanted to catch up and know more about what's new in that school, what's happening. And my dad was like, but at this time of the night, why not during the day? And we're like, but they're only available that time. So he got even more upset, because for him he's thinking in terms of those boys were up to something or blah blah blah, I don't know. Anyways, he just said, you're not going to have dinner tonight. You all of you three go back to your rooms and think about what you did, and we will communicate tomorrow. So we went upstairs, and for me, I was thinking in terms of, I hope these guys don't go back to the other school and tell them what happened, because I was thinking in terms of our reputation, whereas Irene and Rhoda, they were thinking in terms of, oh my gosh, how upset mom and dad were. Anyways, so the next day came, Dad didn't mention anything to us, and because we were so scared to go downstairs and face them, we asked, oh sweetheart, my younger sister Nicole, we used to tell her, can you please go downstairs and just bring us, you know, cereals or a cup of tea or whatever we wanted to eat. She'll go and do it for us. And then I believe after 2 days later, Dad called us back and he was like, okay, I want you to tell me what happened and why you went out. So we told him again, like, we didn't do anything wrong, we didn't even realize that these guys were living in this suburb. We saw them one time and decided we were going to catch up, and we just wanted to know more about the other school because we really do miss it and we miss our friends. My dad was like, understanding. So he told us why he was upset, and I do understand where he was coming from, because being in a foreign country to start with, my dad is the type of guy where he follows rules and regulations, so he just was really scared that in case something was to happen or we were in trouble, things like that. And sometimes we used to have security patrol around our setup, so he was scared in terms of what if they had thought we were doing something wrong, and then, you know, and for him it was more of, we have to be, you know, like just following the laws and regulation of other people's country, because we are foreigners and we don't want to find ourselves in troubles. And him also having had a lot of stories about foreigners, you know, in Malaysia and what happened and blah blah blah, so he was just really overprotective. But I did understand where he was coming from, and us being teenagers at that time, we rarely, like, we never thought of that. All we thought of, we wanted to catch up and have fun. Anyways, I'm glad that my parents, they really didn't give us harsh punishments. I remember the punishment that we got was more of no watching TV and something to do with no using computer for a week or something like that, which wasn't bad. So yes, and I know Mom, you're watching. We are really sorry that we did sneak out and we did learn our lessons. And yeah, so guys, that's the end of this story. If you guys like such stories, please comment down below, and I have so many other stories and some are really hilarious. Let me know, comment down below and I'll be able to tell you guys more of these stories. Apart from that, guys, that's the end of this video. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys taking your time to watch my videos, and I hope that this year is really full of many blessings for you. And please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Until next time, guys, love you all. Bye.